The Journey to Andromeda. Prologue. In the year 2345, humanity had conquered its corner of the Milky Way. Advances in quantum physics and propulsion technology had made interstellar travel feasible, if not yet common. The United Earth Space Agency, UESA, decided it was time to expand their horizons to the next galaxy over Andromeda. Chapter 1. The Mission. Captain Elisa Rodriguez stood on the bridge of the UESA Odyssey, a state-of-the-art starship designed for long-term deep space missions. The Odyssey was equipped with a quantum drive, capable of bending space-time to achieve near-instantaneous travel across vast cosmic distances. Her crew consisted of the best and brightest from Earth, Mars, and the lunar colonies. Dr. Malik Khan, an expert in xenobiology, was particularly excited. He hoped to find signs of alien life. Engineer Anika Petrov, a genius with machines, had worked on the quantum drive's final touches herself. Lieutenant Javier Morales, the ship's navigator, was already plotting their course through the intergalactic void. The mission was simple in its ambition: travel to Andromeda, explore, and return. Chapter 2. Departure. As the Odyssey left the Sol system, the quantum drive hummed with barely contained energy. The stars outside the viewport blurred into streaks of light as the ship accelerated to unimaginable speeds. Quantum drive activated. Time to destination. 2 weeks, announced Anika, her fingers dancing over the control panel. Captain Rodriguez watched the data streams, feeling a mixture of excitement and trepidation. 2 weeks to a new galaxy, she murmured. Amazing. Chapter 3. The Void. The journey through the intergalactic void was surreal. With no stars or planets to mark their passage, the crew felt suspended in a timeless, featureless space. Dr. Khan used the time to study theoretical models of alien ecosystems, while Anika and her engineering team ran constant checks on the quantum drive. One evening, Lieutenant Morales called the captain to the bridge. "Captain, we're picking up a signal." Rodriguez frowned. "A signal? Out here?" "Yes, ma'am. It's faint, but it's definitely artificial." Chapter 4. The Signal. They traced the signal to a derelict spacecraft, floating in the void. The ship was ancient, its design unlike anything they had ever seen. "Could it be from Andromeda?" asked Dr. Khan, his eyes wide with excitement. "Only one way to find out," said Rodriguez. "Anika, prepare the shuttle. We're going to board it." Chapter 5. The Derelict. The derelict ship was dark and cold, its systems long dead. As the boarding party moved through the corridors, they found signs of a once thriving crew, strange tools, alien hieroglyphics, and organic remains. Dr. Khan was ecstatic. "This is incredible. These remains. They're like nothing we've ever seen." In the ship's control room, they found the source of the signal, a distress beacon. Morales managed to access the ship's logs, revealing a tragic story of a lost crew from a distant star system, stranded in the void while trying to reach Andromeda. Chapter 6. Andromeda. After salvaging what data they could, the crew returned to the Odyssey. The discovery only heightened their anticipation for what awaited them in Andromeda. When the ship finally dropped out of quantum speed, they found themselves on the outskirts of the Andromeda galaxy. The sight was breathtaking. A sea of stars, nebulae, and planets unlike any in the Milky Way. "Welcome to Andromeda," said Captain Rodriguez, her voice filled with awe. Chapter 7. First Contact. Their first destination was a promising exoplanet, rich in water and teeming with life. Dr. Khan led an expedition to the surface, where they encountered bioluminescent forests and bizarre alien fauna. But the most astonishing discovery was an intelligent species, tall, graceful beings with shimmering skin and a complex society. The crew made first contact, communicating through a combination of mathematics and music. Chapter 8. The Return. After months of exploration and cultural exchange, the Odyssey prepared for the journey home. They carried with them a wealth of knowledge, samples of alien life, and a message of peace from the Andromedan civilization. As they activated the quantum drive for the return trip, Captain Rodriguez looked at her crew. "We've made history. Now, let's go home and share it with the world." Chapter 9. The Aftermath. The return of the Odyssey sparked a wave of excitement across Earth and its colonies. The data and artifacts they brought back were studied intensely, leading to numerous scientific breakthroughs. The Andromedan civilization's knowledge in biotechnology, energy manipulation, and quantum mechanics promised to revolutionize human society. Captain Elisa Rodriguez and her crew were celebrated as pioneers, their names etched into history books. But for them, the mission's true value lay in the friendships formed and the knowledge shared with an entirely new civilization. Chapter 10. The Invitation. Several months after their return, Captain Rodriguez received a priority communication from UESA headquarters. A hologram of Admiral Green, the head of UESA, flickered to life in her quarters. "Captain Rodriguez, we've received a message from Andromeda," said Admiral Green, his expression both grave and excited. "They've invited us to join a galactic council." Elisa's eyes widened. "A galactic council? With other civilizations?" "Yes, it appears the Andromedans are part of a larger intergalactic community. They've invited us to send a delegation to their next assembly." Chapter 11. Preparation. The news of the Galactic Council invitation spread quickly. Earth's leaders and scientists worked feverishly to prepare for this historic event. They selected a delegation that included representatives from various fields: diplomacy, science, technology, and culture. Elisa was chosen to lead the delegation, along with Dr. Khan and Lieutenant Morales. As the Odyssey was prepped for another journey, the crew felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. This mission was more than an exploration. It was humanity's formal introduction to a broader cosmic community. Chapter 12. The Galactic Council. The Odyssey arrived in Andromeda and was escorted to a massive space station orbiting a vibrant star. The station was a marvel of engineering, bustling with representatives from dozens of civilizations. The crew was awed by the diversity of life forms and cultures they encountered. At the council assembly, they were greeted by Alicia, the Andromedan envoy they had met on their previous journey. "Welcome, friends from the Milky Way. We are honored to have you here." The assembly hall was a grand chamber filled with delegates. As the meeting commenced, the council's purpose became clear: to foster peace, cooperation, and knowledge sharing across galaxies. Chapter 13. Allies and Adversaries. During the assembly, the human delegation formed alliances with several civilizations that shared their values and curiosity. They exchanged ideas on technology, medicine, and art, and discussed collaborative efforts to tackle common challenges like resource scarcity and interstellar piracy. However, they also encountered factions wary of new members, suspicious of humanity's intentions. Some civilizations had experienced conflict and betrayal in their past, making them cautious. Elisa spoke eloquently about Earth's desire for peaceful coexistence and mutual growth. Her words resonated with many, but she knew trust would take time to build. Chapter 14. A New Threat. As the assembly progressed, the council received disturbing reports of a rogue faction known as the Kyner Collective, an aggressive empire from a distant galaxy. The Kyner were known for their conquest-driven agenda, and their scouts had been spotted near Andromeda's borders. The council debated on how to address this emerging threat. Elisa and her delegation offered to share Earth's defensive technologies and strategize together. It was an opportunity to demonstrate humanity's commitment to the Council's ideals. Chapter 15, Uniting the Galaxies. The Council agreed to form a united defense initiative, pooling resources and knowledge to counter the Kiner threat. Elisa and her team worked tirelessly alongside their new allies, sharing tactics and developing new technologies. In the midst of these preparations, the Odyssey crew forged deeper bonds with other civilizations. Dr. Khan's xenobiological expertise was in high demand, and Anika collaborated with alien engineers to enhance the quantum drive's capabilities. Chapter 16. The Battle for Andromeda. The Kiner attack came sooner than expected. Their fleet breached the outer defenses, and the battle for Andromeda began. The united forces of the Galactic Council, with humanity's contributions, stood strong against the invaders. Elisa led the Odyssey in a daring maneuver to flank the Kiner flagship. With coordinated strikes, they managed to disable its shields, allowing Allied ships to deliver the final blow. The battle was fierce, but the Kiner were eventually repelled. The victory solidified humanity's place in the Galactic Council and proved the power of unity. Chapter 17. A New Dawn. With the threat of the Kiner diminished, the Council focused on rebuilding and strengthening their alliances. The Odyssey crew returned to Earth, hailed not just as explorers but as defenders of peace. The data and experiences they brought back continued to inspire advancements on Earth. New technologies, cultural exchanges, and diplomatic initiatives flourished, transforming human society. Captain Elisa Rodriguez looked up at the night sky, now filled with new possibilities. Humanity's journey to Andromeda had opened the door to an era of exploration, cooperation, and discovery that would shape the future for generations to come. And so, the stars became not just a frontier, but a bridge to a greater cosmic family. Chapter 18. The Aftershock. Though the immediate threat of the Kiner had been neutralized, the Galactic Council knew that the peace was fragile. The attack had highlighted vulnerabilities in their defenses and the need for stronger alliances. Earth and its allies intensified their efforts to build a comprehensive defense network. Back on Earth, Captain Elisa Rodriguez was appointed as the UESA's ambassador to the Galactic Council, a role that required her to spend considerable time in Andromeda. Dr. Malik Khan and Anika Petrov also took on significant roles in intergalactic research and technology exchange programs. Chapter 19. New Alliances. During her tenure as ambassador, Elisa spearheaded numerous initiatives to strengthen ties with various civilizations. One of the most promising partnerships was with the Xandari, a technologically advanced species known for their expertise in artificial intelligence and robotics. The Xandari were initially wary of humans, but over time, Elisa's diplomacy and the collaborative spirit of the human scientists won them over. Together, they began working on advanced AI systems that could help in both defense and exploration. Chapter 20. The Quantum Anomaly. While the alliance building was in full swing, Anika Petrov made a startling discovery. During a routine scan of the Andromeda Milky Way corridor, her team detected an unusual quantum anomaly. The anomaly exhibited energy readings that didn't match any known phenomena. Intrigued, Anika proposed a mission to investigate the anomaly. The Odyssey was once again prepared for departure, this time with a specialized team of scientists and engineers on board. Chapter 21. The Enigma. As the Odyssey approached the anomaly, the ship sensors picked up strange temporal distortions. Space itself seemed to warp and twist, challenging their understanding of physics. "Captain, we're getting readings of massive energy fluctuations," reported Anika, her voice tense with excitement. This could be a natural wormhole, or even a gateway to another dimension. Elisa ordered the ship to maintain a safe distance while they studied the anomaly. Dr. Khan's team detected faint signals that hinted at the presence of another civilization. Chapter 22. First Encounter. The signals led them to a derelict space station, much older than anything they had seen before. It was of unknown origin, but the technology suggested a highly advanced civilization. The station seemed to be in a state of suspended animation, with signs of recent activity. As they explored the station, they encountered an alien species unlike any they had met. A crystalline life form with the ability to communicate through harmonic vibrations. The aliens, who called themselves the Veis, had been stranded by the anomaly for centuries. Chapter 23. The Veis. The Veis explained that the anomaly was an ancient gateway created by their ancestors, intended to connect distant galaxies. However, something had gone wrong, trapping them in a temporal loop. They had been searching for a way to stabilize the gateway and return to their home galaxy. Elisa and her team realized that stabilizing the anomaly could provide not just a way home for the Veis, but also a new route for intergalactic travel, revolutionizing transportation and communication across the cosmos. Chapter 24. The Stabilization Effort. Working together, the humans and the Veis developed a plan to stabilize the anomaly. It required precise coordination and the use of advanced technologies from both civilizations. The process was delicate. Any miscalculation could collapse the gateway, potentially causing catastrophic damage. Anika, with her unparalleled engineering skills, took the lead, while Dr. Khan worked on understanding the biological and environmental impact of the stabilization. Chapter 25. The Breakthrough. After weeks of intense effort, the team succeeded in stabilizing the anomaly. The gateway began to function as intended, creating a stable passage between Andromeda and the Veis home galaxy. The Veis, grateful for their liberation, pledged their support to the Galactic Council. Their knowledge and technology would be invaluable in facing future challenges. Chapter 26. The Return. The Odyssey returned to Andromeda as heroes once more, having forged a new alliance and opened a pathway to another galaxy. The Galactic Council hailed the mission as a triumph of cooperation and ingenuity. Elisa, Anika, and Dr. Khan were celebrated for their leadership and expertise. The discovery of the gateway was seen as a turning point, heralding a new era of exploration and connectivity. Chapter 27. A Unified Galaxy. With the gateway operational, the Council initiated a series of exploratory missions to the Veis home galaxy and beyond. The newfound connectivity spurred unprecedented economic and cultural exchanges, fostering a sense of unity among the member civilizations. Earth became a hub of intergalactic activity, with its scientists, diplomats, and explorers playing key roles in this expanded cosmic community. The knowledge shared and the bonds formed during these missions continued to enrich humanity and its allies. Chapter 28. A New Mission. Years later, Captain Elisa Rodriguez stood once again on the bridge of the Odyssey, now a seasoned vessel with countless missions under its belt. A new generation of explorers, inspired by her legacy, prepared for their first journey through the stabilized gateway. As the ship embarked on its next mission, Elisa reflected on the journey that had brought them here. From the initial voyage to Andromeda to becoming a cornerstone of an intergalactic alliance. The stars, once distant and mysterious, now felt like a well-mapped expanse of endless possibilities. Humanity had truly become a part of the greater cosmic family, ready to face whatever challenges and adventures lay ahead.